Guys, welcome to the Money Mindset. Now, today we are in conversation with Karan Virawani, who is the MD and CEO of WeWork India. WeWork India is the largest flexible workspace operator in the country by revenues, and the key differentiator in the very competitive landscape is its premium positioning. The company recently reported their quarterly earnings. It was a solid quarter for them. They had good, almost 17-18% revenue growth. But today we're here to talk about India's flexible workspace market, which is entering a high growth phase with WeWork positioned firmly at the forefront. Thank you all for being here on the Money Mindset Show. By the way, if you like what we have to offer, please subscribe. We would love to listen to your comments and your feedback as well. This show is a part of the Zero One Network in association with Zerodha. Zerodha and I look to bring to you credible and reliable financial information to help you make smarter financial decisions. So thank you for being here. And Karan, thank you for being here on the show.
Thank you for having me. And this is amazing. I'm super excited to be here.
I'm super excited to have you here also because your company is like newly minted on Dalal Street.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that?
Relieved was one big feeling, I think, over the last month. But now just very motivated, very engaged to, start delivering and get into a real growth phase of the company. So it's exciting, and it's a big milestone for us, for sure.
It is, absolutely. And earnings have been good. Brokerages are belting out report after report. I mean, how is all of that feeling? Because you've been, of course, doing this business for a while now. But now you're in, now you'll have shareholders sort of going through every single line item, analyzing growth, etc. How has that been for you so far?
So I think still adjusting to it. It's only been a month, and we quickly had to get our earnings out, in that short period of time. So getting familiar with, just being comfortable and also just trying to figure out how we need to communicate the business, because it is new, it's a new segment, and we want to be the leaders and show our differentiation from all of the other operators also. So the idea is to just try to figure out how we keep doing that in the best way possible, trying to take something from different companies, and bring it into what we do. But the business, has always been a very it's a rollout business, so we constantly keep having new centers. They ramp up. So for public life, I think it's quite well in tune because there's constant growth every quarter on quarter. So we just have to kind of keep doing what we've been doing for the last 8 years, and it will show. But yeah, just adjusting into it right now, and we'll see how it plays out.
Okay, so I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you come from very high pedigree, the Embassy Group.
Yes.
And, coming from a family that has built so much, is there a little bit of pressure? I mean, was it like, oh, this is just another thing that you're doing? Or, I mean, how do you sort of navigate all of that?
I think there's definite pros and cons to it. So my dad, he separated from his father when we were quite young. So I was like five or six, and I remember that happening. They had a construction business together, and then he finally kind of separated from them, and had to really build Embassy, from scratch. So when I was growing up, it wasn't always like the way it is right now. I really got to see what it took to build something so large, and being the eldest son also, it was a lot that I absorbed of that entire journey, not seeing him or him working late, and really seeing that happen kind of in front of my eyes as I continue to grow. So I think firstly there's a lot of appreciation for what it takes to build something of this scale, and appreciation that hard work and just actually going in day out is the only way that something like that's going to happen. So I think that keeps me quite grounded in the way that I think about what the next phase, or when I think about building WeWork also is. But it comes with a lot of there's a lot of expectation also, because every day you have someone who's already been there, done that. It's not as though what you're doing is something that hasn't been done. But yeah, I think with that there is like a path that you can follow, or like at least take from, and know that it's possible. I think that belief that it's something is possible that can be done with hard work has some impact on, how I look at sort of work and how I look at building whatever we're building. But yeah, I mean, if we do, just doing the IPO, while it was appreciated, it's just sort of like, now let's move on to the next, and very quickly.
Oh, just another day of a $1 billion valuation
Yeah,
company.
yeah. No, I think it's definitely a big thing for the company, but I think the aspirations and all of that are, just get larger when you come from a foundation that's already so high.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I speak to a lot of second generation entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
and y'all are a very peculiar breed, because on one hand it does reek of a lot of privilege, but on the other hand there is this pressure of expectations to deliver. So that kind of becomes a little bit of a challenging situation, I'm sure.
Yeah, and yeah, and I think that so I have two other brothers. One of my younger brother is running actually the embassy group now, and I think he's in much more close quarters than I am with that. So it's a little bit more challenging. I think I kind of branched out a little bit from like the rest of the group to build WeWork and build this platform that is kind of separate from what we have done in the past. So a lot more autonomy, and I think had a opportunity to basically put my flavor and like how I would love to build a business and run a business into it a lot more. So yeah, I think that kind of gives me a unique sense of being part of something that part of a legacy, but also this sort of identity and autonomy where I've built something kind of separate from that.
Okay, and I hope you continue to do, chart your own path.
Yeah.